girl, you are so pretty, 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 pretty. Baby girl, you are so pretty, 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 pretty.
Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It is CharMoney here, and today I'm going to show you guys how I did this leopard print makeup look for my Freaky Friday series. So of course you're going to start with a bare face, nice, clean, and moisturized. I'm showing you all the products that I used, but they are also going to be listed below in the description box because I noticed that went kind of quickly. I always use the e.l.f. Power Grip Primer. That one is like the 5% niacinamide, but the Power Grip Primer works just fine. At first, I didn't even know if I needed to use primer because this is like a pretend makeup look, but I still wanted the makeup to like lay seamlessly. So now that is the look I'm creating. Shout out to Lauren. She will be tagged below as well. I literally only had her picture in a 30-second reel to go off. As you can see, I'm holding something off to the side. I'm holding her picture, and that's what I'm using to like create this outline. I also did my nails leopard print because the purpose of this series is to have matching nails with a makeup look, just to showcase both sides of my skill. I did this about 3 years ago, and my business Detachable Clouds, people really enjoyed it, so I also enjoyed it. So I'm bringing it back. And this is the first look. I am just outlining with this concealer, and then I realized just pump the foundation on my hand, which not that that is white foundation, but I think it's like the mixing pigment. So I just used it as a base foundation, and I'm just using a small flat brush to fill in all those spaces that I outlined with the concealer. Not that I'm an MUA or have a passion for makeup at all. I do love being cute. I'm just a girl, but I really do enjoy playing in makeup also. It's such a good time. So next I am going to grab my beauty blender. It's slightly damp, and I have a mirror, like a cabinet mirror. And I blend until my fingers cramp up, but you just want that undertone or underpainting. You just want that nice and flat and smooth. You just want your base to just essentially be a nice flawless base, as if you were using a regular color. So just using that beauty blender to blend that white out. And like I said, I had no video tutorial for this. I only had a photo in her 30-second reel, so I'm trying to make this video for anyone that wants to recreate this look. And hopefully these like step by step can help out a little bit more. Okay, after I set it, oh no, I didn't set it. So right here, I am going in with my foundation. I don't even think that's my foundation shade anymore. I bought that foundation maybe like a year ago, if even a year ago, maybe a couple months. But I am using that foundation to now trace where the brown skin was. I didn't set the white paint yet. I am just going in and literally just, like I said, looking at the photo and putting back the color. So essentially this is like the white fur, and now I'm putting the brown fur back on top of it. But I chose to use that foundation, which is just the All About Face foundation. I chose to use that one because of the applicator. It was just easier for me to just glide it across my face like that, instead of trying to pump out a foundation and switch it up. It was just easier for me to do that. So yeah, I'm literally just following the photo and really getting in there. But that is a really good foundation. It looks really good over white. It's a really good foundation. But it was a good foundation when I used it. I think I picked it up from Ulta when I asked the sales lady about a foundation. So and honestly, this part was really hard. Like, I know I'm just kind of doing it and making it not necessarily look so hard, but this part was really hard, trying to make sure I'm putting stuff in the right places. And I'm like, did she put this down first or did she put this down first? Like, it was a bit difficult. And like I said, I was doing this on Friday and immediately after I posted these photos. So now I'm taking my setting spray. I think that one is the Sephora setting spray. And I just wet a makeup brush and I'm just gonna blend. Like I said, blend until my hands cramp, because you just want that foundation to just kind of smooth out. At least for this one, I didn't try to line anything up or cut anything up. I just kind of wanted it to just blend. I didn't really care if the colors were overlapping. I'm fixing some spots that I noticed didn't really seem symmetrical, and honestly they still weren't symmetrical. So it's just what it was. So I'm just blending. I did have to, of course, reapply some setting spray because they did kind of sit there for a minute, and it was kind of a fast drying foundation, I'm not gonna lie, but it looks really good. If it was my color, I would circle back to that one, honestly. I would definitely circle back to that one. I think it's called About Face. I'm also recording this voiceover in the morning time, so forgive me. I'm having my coffee and also hydrating with water. Lastly, of course, just going over it with the beauty blender again to just try to keep it as smooth as possible, because like I said, this is the base for everything. Okay, now I use the Wet n Wild Photo Focus. I think it's the color Translucent. Like, I don't think it says white, I think it says Translucent. But I did pick this up from CVS. And honestly, it was setting that white. Like, it was doing good. That powder was coming out and it was setting. So I was definitely impressed. But I used to use the Wet n Wild Photo Focus in the color Banana. I would use it again, but I'm not surprised that the translucent color works so well over the white, because like I said, I used to use the color Banana when I was doing my own makeup. So okay, now this one I should not be using. That is my Sephora Microsmooth. That is usually for a neat beat night, but I did have to also set the foundation, and I'm like, dang, I don't want to use my one size setting powder for sure. So I'm just gonna use this Micro Smooth, and I was trying not to OD it, as you see me literally ODing. Like, I'm just scooping and swirling. So right here, I am doing my eyebrows. Now, I will say on this part, what I would do differently. I would put the Elmer's glue on my eyebrows and completely cover them to disappear, like to make them disappear, and then just redraw eyebrows on. Luckily mine are kind of straight, like I have to make an arch in mine, so luckily mine are kind of straight anyway, so I was able to kind of give them that straight look. They weren't necessarily slanted, but I got them straight, so it worked out. But I would definitely do that a little bit differently. I would do your brows first and slick them down. So my camera actually overheated. That is a con of the Sony V1. It does overheat about 25-35 minutes into the video. So I did not get to record just like the nose detail, putting on the white eyeshadow, contouring my nose. I did not get to show that part, but all of those steps were just like you do regular makeup, just a little bit darker on the contour, regular white and brown eyeshadow, and the detailing of the whiskers, regular lip liner. So I'm going in here with the Juvia's Place eyeshadow palette with a darker brown color. It's the same color that I used to contour my cheekbone, and I'm just creating the spots all over the right side of my face. Okay. Now appropriate to leave that in the video. But as you can see, I was also like going around my under eye, just trying to bring back some of that definition and bring back some of that warmth. Now I am going in with the same eyeliner that did my wing, that I used for my nose, that I used for my little whiskers, and I'm just essentially putting parentheses around the cheetah spots. So I'm just literally just half and half, and then I'm just throwing little black specks in the little spaces in between, and yep, just like little parentheses. Sorry, that was my timer for me to go to my next task, but I have to finish this voiceover, so you guys have me for another minute and a half. So yeah, as you can kind of see throughout my face, I'm starting to feel it a little bit, but at the same time, I'm not exactly sure if I just liked it originally. It really had to grow on me. But the more I looked at it, and it's like kind of like the more the makeup settled, it was like, dang, you really do look like a cat. Like you did really good. You did really good. So I had to, pat myself on the back for that one. So it feels good to be bringing back Freaky Friday. I'm so excited for you guys to see next week. I'm going in with that same eyeshadow and just kind of, like I said, just smearing out some of those lines. I would also say for this one to use a finer tip brush. I use a flat brush to make those whiskers. I would use a fine tip. So now I'm going in with a black lip liner. It is completely black, and just outlining my lips so that the pink part of my lips can really, really pop. And then I'm going in with the Fenty Gloss in Iced. It's also a lip plumper. I didn't have to use that. Could have just used a clear one, but I use that one because it's really juicy and really glossy. That was the moment I just couldn't believe myself. I am going in with some setting spray. I suppose that was the appropriate thing to do so that it would all mesh together. And I am taking that eyeliner one last time and just kind of adding some final touches, some final little details that I saw on her photo. And there is the final look. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you've made it this far, drop that leopard emoji, and I'll see y'all in the next video.